All right, hopefully this is on and rolling. Probably not the best way to start a video, but just another life update video, but hopefully have a little bit more structure to this one. There's a lot of things going on. I feel like I always say that, but right now what I just finished doing while I'm so sweaty and probably look chopped is because I just finished run, and that's the first thing that I got to update on. I did my first like speed kind of workout on the track where it's supposed to increase your VO2 max, whatever that is, still trying to figure it out. But no more ums. VO2 max, whatever that is. So what I did is ran, I had my warm up and I ran. It's supposed to be 4 minutes, kind of like fast paced, and then like 3 minutes, kind of like chill, more like a jog, lower the heart rate. It's supposed to like increase your heart rate or whatever, boost your VO2 max. I just kind of did like 3 laps around the track fast and then 1 slow or whatever. So that felt pretty good. I was definitely getting tired. My calves are sore. Still, I'm dripping. That's why I'm outside, because I'm just dripping and sweating. After you finish running, as you may know, you're still like hot and sweaty. Your body temperature is still hot, so you don't just immediately just like, oh, you take a shot and you're good. Like if I took a shot right now, I'd just start sweating again because my body temperature is still so high. Let's see, what else? Work. Woke up earliest so far for work today. Had to wake up at 12:30 a.m. to get picked up at like 1-ish, 1:10 to go to work in Findlay. So there's a little bit of drive time, which I had to wake up extra early. But yeah, huge pour today. Getting really tired of work, and it's motivating me. And what I'm thinking about while I am just doing concrete work, it's dirty, it's splattering on you, it's disgusting. Not like it's just like mud, like that's not really that gross, but it's just the other people there. I'm not trying to be hateful, but like when they smoke or vape, it smells so bad, and it's just not the people you want to be around. And I honestly have so much respect for them, because I was talking to another coworker who's new, who started like literally like a day after I did, so we're both like pretty much the exact same level, and it's just like I don't know how to do. If someone told me I had to do this for the rest of my life, I would be so depressed. And he was like, I'll be suicidal, I just ended it. Like, okay, I don't know that far, but it sucks. And what's getting me through is I have 2 weeks left after tomorrow. 2 weeks left to make some money. Depends on the week, but probably it's an average take home. I'll get like $1,000 a week on average. One time I made more, like a lot more, and then other times it's been like lower than that. The lowest I think I've gotten paid though for a week of work is like $700 something, which is, it's pretty nice because we do a lot of prevailing wage jobs. So I'm super lucky that I can just have this labor job and just crank out. Probably gonna save 10K over the summer for college. Maybe even a little bit more. No, probably 10K. That sounds about right. So I'm very grateful for that, but it's just tired, just wearing on the body, like waking. I love my sleep and my routine. That's another thing. It's like different start times and different end times every day, and yeah. The one huge plus though is they have a microwave. Like the guy has a microwave in his truck. But you just hook up to like the generator that's like on his truck, so I can microwave the meal prep food. So I don't have to. I was just like scared I was gonna have to like plan a bunch of like cold prep food and just like different types of sandwiches or like tuna stuff. Like how do you meal prep tuna? I don't know, because after a couple of days it doesn't taste very good. So crisis averted there. But another big plus working there is we have lots of downtime sometimes, and since my screen time is pretty low, I've had the good habit of that where I only have like the 15 minutes on Instagram, and there's really not much else for me to do. I check my email, still hoping for my roommate to respond, still hasn't. It's been like 3 weeks, which seems like forever when everyone else has roommates. But anyway, not a whole lot to do, so I just chill, kind of have deep thoughts. Lots of times, like we're sitting under trees or on the side of like construction, like in the shade. I'm just like looking out, just thinking, just like, man, it's the work is mind numbing. It's good to have those moments to reflect. Like literally, I feel like my mind tries to protect itself and like goes kind of numb. I think that's part of why I feel so stupid on the job site. Like I feel like I'm like genuinely like less intelligent, like a little like follower. It's part of like how it is because I don't know what I'm doing, and people there, they're good at their job. They're not great leaders, and they're not great communicators either. And they got like emotional things. Like all of a sudden they'll flare up, get angry, and other times they'll be like super laid back and chill and kind of lazy. So it's like it's kind of hard to tell as like a new person. But another thing, pros from that is I can learn what not to do. Like you gotta give clear communication. Like, and also like I talked about, like I listen to other podcasts and talk. I think Dan Martell says this, like 80% done by someone else is 100% awesome. Talking about like buying back your time. So like the forum kind of like gets on us. Like, oh yeah, it's not perfect, and you didn't do it like the way I wanted, even though I may get the exact same end result. I just take a little longer because I'm trying to figure it out. Like I'm new here. So just realizing that, you know, when I'm a leader, like talk about what you want for the end result, because people have different ways for getting there, and they may find a better way to do something. As long as you get the end result you want, that's what you want. It doesn't have to be the same system. You can give them tips, whatever, and show them, but if they figure out a better, faster way, let them do it. Which, not necessarily better or faster, but I'm just trying to learn how to do it. How to, when I say like do it, I'm talking about like floating, like edging, doing different like concrete work stuff like on the side. So, and just being better at communicating, like, okay, I want you to do this way, or like whatever, and they just expect that you know everything, which I feel bad. I feel like stupid for not knowing it, but I'm just, you know, like, I'm privileged. Like I haven't worked blue collar my whole life. Like these guys have been doing construction. Like one guy's been doing construction since he's been 8. He's 30. Another guy's been doing it for like 20-something years. Most of them, other employees, have been doing it for like at least 4-10 years. So they know what they're doing. I feel like I'm getting kind of the hang of it now, and it's only been almost 3 months. So they know what they're doing. I know this video is super just rambling. One of the deep thoughts I've been kind of having on that work is trying to be better at content and all these strategies and stuff like that, and I'm listening, or I just finished Feel Good Productivity by Ali Abdaal. Found that one very interesting. And talking about, you know, like how to make this more enjoyable. So like I want to do how to make creating content more enjoyable. So I want to do it and get better at it and not just feel like pressure, like, oh, you got to perform or whatever. That's why I feel like the real pluses of making this kind of like Luke's Progress channel is because I can just talk and not care, because it's not supposed to be for anyone else. Just really for me to practice and document my life and just be talking, just chatting it up and just learning stuff and sharing what I learned, because it's a big part. Just talking about what I learned, progress, all that's very interesting, because when I achieve my goals or whatever I have set out for, I'll have like these videos like, yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just going out, just hitting record. I was just going for a run. I just, thought it'd be cool to run a marathon, so I decided to do that. I just enjoyed working out, so I've just been doing that for a while, and just see my progress. And I'm so off track, but I have so many things to just yap about, just going through my brain right now. So with that, just the Ali Abdaal stuff, making it more enjoyable, talk about like different things. I was like, why do I not like enjoy it? And I feel like it's just because it's not really like a habit yet. It's not like routine. Like I enjoy things I'm good at, and they're kind of a routine because it's just easy. Like I kind of enjoy creating content. I do. It's just it becomes not very enjoyable, and I get like, oh, it takes a lot of effort. I'm lazy. I'm a lazy person. I like doing things that are efficient, low effort, fast. So I don't have to be like, oh, I gotta figure out what to script and what to say and the location and the angles, and I gotta set up my little area. It adds all these steps, and it's not a habit, and those things make it less enjoyable. If I had like everything set up, and sorry, there's like 4 ants on me right now. Get out of here. If I had everything set up, then I feel like it'd be a lot more enjoyable to just create content. So I was thinking that maybe I should just leave my setup just continually in my room for long form videos, because that's what I want to make more. Like shorts, they're good for the occasional thought and whatever. But it's just, I like more like the talking style, and I need a lot of practice. And just reps, lots of reps. And I need to be creating a lot more content. But over the summer, I feel like I've been doing a decent job. I just gotta send it more. And one takeaway, like the big takeaway for me, at least for the content side, from the Feel Good Productivity book, was like a lot of times taking the joy out of things is because you're like making it, or I'm making it like a pressure thing. Like, oh, I don't want to be doing concrete my whole life, so I better pop off on YouTube. Like, that's a lot of pressure on myself. Obviously, I can still like go to college and do business stuff, which I'm going to, and that's what I'm going to school for. But this is what I enjoy doing, and it's fun, and I think it'd be really fulfilling. I have a lot to work out. I don't know a whole lot. I definitely am gonna have a different style than a bunch of other YouTubers or whatever. Like, I'm trying to learn from the good, from other people, watching videos, but I don't want to copy, and I don't want to sound like fake. Like, obviously, if I started talking like Alex Hormozy or whatever, that's just not realistic. Like, I'm not some multi-millionaire or whatever who's done all these things and has really good in shape and has been like married for whatever. Like, I don't have that side of me yet. But what I do know, like small stuff I'm learning, I think it's going good and making progress. So I feel like I say so a lot. I feel like that's my other filler word I need to work out on. Another thing I was thinking about, Feel Good Productivity, I kind of took the joy out of. Sometimes I do this because I try to be on the more disciplined side, that's how he starts out the book, all the way up to all to doing medical stuff, and it's all about discipline. You got to push through. That's how you become more productive. But talked about is the play, power, and people make things just more enjoyable, and so you stick with it longer. And the longer you stick with things, the better you get. You like it more because you're good at it. It's just like a upward spiral. But anyway, the play, just make it fun. Like, do little side quests. He said, I think I took that one to heart. So for running, I kind of took the joy, like, oh, I gotta run, this is my routine. It's good to have a routine, which I kind of still gotta work on, and actually set plan for my marathon, which I realize is only like a month and a half away. More like a month and 3 weeks. Maybe. Yeah, maybe a month and a half, month and 3 weeks. But yeah, that's not a lot of time to be prepared for a marathon, when the farthest I've run is 14 miles, and that was kind of rough. So I got to get the mileages up a lot, and starting school here soon, so I got to figure out how to run, do something I've never done before, super strenuous, super hard, while doing school, making friends, probably staying up a little later than I normally would, and sleep, new area, hopefully get good sleep, and I gotta figure out a bunch of stuff for recovery and gels and food and stuff like that, because I do think I'm gonna need some of that stuff, because I don't think the race supplies it, and for my trainings at least, get used to eating that stuff, because when you're running, I'm gonna have to have 4-hour runs, where it's 3-4 hour runs, because that's what it's gonna take for me to run the marathon. It's gonna take 4 hours, which is a long time to be moving. And that's if I hit a 9-minute mile the whole time, which there's gonna be times when I'm hitting slower. So I don't know if I'm sticking to my goal to sub 4. I feel like I'm just gonna do this marathon. There's a lot going on. I'm just gonna do it because I said I'm gonna do it. Go out. I'm gonna try my best, do my absolute best, train for it. Not just be lackadaisical, I'm just gonna show up and see what happens. Train for it, or else I'll be cooked if I don't. Don't think I can just ball out a marathon. But then know that I'm probably gonna run another one sometime. I'm coming back till I get that sub 4, because that's just a personal goal of mine. And from the people I've heard, it's your first marathon, you just kind of got to do it, and you're learning a lot, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And that's what I want. I want to learn. I want to challenge myself. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. And the sub 4 thing, it's more like an ego goal thing. And I don't know. Is this a valid goal to do a sub 4 minute marathon for someone like me, kind of 215, 220 range, not necessarily like the best runner. I kind of have a weird running form, and not a lot of time, really. So is that worth it when, like, what's the purpose of that? Is that for me, or is that for other people? Like, oh yeah, I did a sub 4, oh wow, that's cool. And I don't know if people really care what time you got. It's just like, if you run a marathon, you run a marathon. Unless you're trying to qualify for another big race, like, time doesn't really matter as much. It would be different if, like, I walked in and it took like 6 hours or whatever. But yeah, that's some other thoughts. Oh yeah, had some downtime. Another thing I learned from the Ali Abdaal book, Feel Good Productivity. I had downtime at work and gotta color code my calendar. I did. I think it's a couple things. It's kind of just basic stuff, like red is for like relationship stuff, anything like friends, dates, spending time with the family. I put that in the calendar and it's gonna be like a red. I think blue is like anything actually career work related wise, like internship, like work, like working for someone else. Green I think was like health or something like that. There's a couple other ones. There was like one for like my personal like growth, like making content or whatever, like working on stuff that doesn't count as like work. It's more like a personal thing, like reading. Yeah, I think there was a couple more. There was like an everything category for like miscellaneous stuff.